We're joined by Brittany Force, the champion in our Top Fuel category this weekend. She's the driver, of course, of the Monster Energy Chevrolet Top Fuel dragster. This is Brittany's second career win and increased her points lead. She's our overall leader right now in the Top Fuel category. She's the first female Nitro class winner here at the 4-Wide Nationals, and she is in the midst of the best season of her career so far. So congratulations, Brittany.
Thank you very much.
So, you know, being this being your second win of the season, the final round mentality you had coming in, is it a lot different? You've done this once now, you got one of these things under your belt. You had been to several finals before locking one down. How was the approach different when you pulled up to the starting line this time?
This time it's completely different. It's 4-wide, so you go in with a whole different mindset. And before we pulled up here, our guys got stuck back here, got back in the staging lanes. I didn't think we were going to make it up to run. When we bolted the car back together, somehow my seatbelts got tucked back behind, and we had to completely unbolt the car to get the seatbelts down, and I was worried I'm going to be pulling my belts doing the burnout, and I was worried we weren't going to make it up in time, but we swung around and got pulled up here, but the guys thrashed and got it done. We were all just a little panicked at the moment, but you know, we figured it out and got the car down the racetrack, so it felt good, but it's a whole new ball game here. I mean, you're staging with 3 other cars, and it's a challenge. I screwed up qualifying Q4 big time. It just lost my focus, thought I was in a different lane, assumed it was me, and just it was crazy. But you have to let that go. My whole team, all my guys, you know, told me, let that go and go into Sunday with, you know, we'll look at it as it's a new day, and throw, you know, Q4 away, and we'll start all over, and that's what we did, and it worked out.
Fantastic. Let's open it up to questions. Go ahead.
John, a little speechless after this one?
Actually, no. He was pretty excited. He came down in whole completely different spirits, screaming, jumping up and down. He was excited, and so was I, just because this 4-wide, it's tricky. It's not easy, and I didn't know where we'd end up. I'm confident that we had a good team, but I wasn't 100% confident with myself that I wouldn't get lost up there or screw up or cost the run for the team, but we all pulled together when we needed to.
How big has adding Alan Johnson to this team been for you, especially, you know, the last 4 races?
Adding Alan Johnson, you know, bringing him on board with Brian Houston and the whole Monster Energy team, we've been very successful, obviously, this season. This is our second win. I can't get over that. I'm still trying to recover from the first win at the Gator Nationals, so this is huge, and we're points leaders right now, and it's just exciting, and but I don't let that get to my head when we pull up to the next race. I try not to think about that, because you could lose at any second. There's so many other tough competitors out there. It could be taken so quickly, and I don't want to get distracted. I don't want to be focusing on that. I want to focus on doing my job, getting the car down the track, and turning on those win lights.
Have you talked to your mom yet?
No, I haven't.
So she hasn't texted you?
No, I don't know where my phone is, but I'm sure she's at home watching.
What do you think she's going to say to you about this win?
She's going to be bummed that she missed it, but she's going to be proud. She's going to be excited, and hopefully, you know, she'll be at the next one, so hopefully we'll do it again there.
Understanding that Graham Rahal won the IndyCar race today as well. Did you know that? No,
this is news to me.
This is news to me as well.
That's crazy. It's crazy how things work out sometimes. You know, I've known Tim Wilkerson forever, and he's always been so supportive from the very beginning of my career, just always throughout my whole career, and I'm lucky to have a friend like him, and just someone I could always go to if I ever need help. And it was cool that we, you know, won together. It was incredible at the Gator Nationals when my brother-in-law Robert Height and I won, and now to do it with Graham, it's crazy.
Brittany, do you suppose the thrash in the staging lanes may have been a blessing in disguise, where you didn't have to come up and with 3 other competitors and really think about it? I mean, you just had to go up there, stage, and go.
Yeah, I think so. Sometimes when we're thrashing and it's just a cluster and nobody knows what's going on and we're all in a panic, sometimes it works out in our favor, because now you need to pull up there, and the biggest thing is you just have to react. If you're thinking a million different things, you're not going to have a good reaction time. You're not doing your job right. So maybe that kind of pulled my head out of everything, because there was so much going on, and we pulled up there and stage the car and go. So it worked out for us, but sometimes it works that way.
What did you do with the first Wally? You hadn't decided, I know, at Gainesville where it was going to go, and you said you weren't 100% sure. What did you do with the first Wally? What do you think you'll do with this one?
It's at home, sitting on my desk, and you know, when I walk in that office, I still can't believe that it's sitting there. It took some time to get, but it felt good, and it's something I'm so proud of. And again, it didn't seem real until they handed me the Wally, and it was just, I looked down at it, and it's just an incredible feeling. It's a proud feeling, and it's just surreal is what it is.
Bobby?
They always say the first win is the toughest one to get, but did you expect the second to come this quickly?
No, you know, the first one, everyone always told me, the first one is definitely tough to get. And it came in my 4th season. It was a challenge. Being, you know, the only top fuel car in our pits for a while. It wasn't easy, but it made it so much, it made it worth it. You know, all those years, all that hard work, it really made it worth it. And the second one, not that I don't completely support my team and think that they couldn't get us here, but for it to come, you know, this quickly is just amazing. But standing behind my team, they're badass, and I know that they're capable of doing anything. And obviously, I mean, they put together a car that just ran consistently every single run, and I'm so proud of all of them for doing that. Alan Johnson and Brian Houston, we wouldn't be here without them.
React to this, if you will. You become the very first driver who's female to ever win a 4-wide event.
I know. Again, it's just I keep hearing these things, and it's just all surreal. It's big enough that we won, but to do it at the 4-wide, where it wasn't easy for me, it was a struggle. And I mean, I didn't even sleep last night. I had nightmares just coming off of Q4, and you know, you have to just clear your mind and come into it. So to be able to overcome that, and you know, have a decent night on my final round when we really needed it, it feels good.
Okay.
Brittany, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel just looking at Brittany in the winner's circle right now?
It's a great feeling. You know, she struggled in A fuel and even in you know, supercar, and it was a learning curve for her. It seemed to come easy to the others, Ashley and Courtney, but then 3 years in top fuel. But you know, we had that discussion, and now she's ready to race. Put her with a great team. With Alan Johnson, his program with Steve Torrance, Monster putting up the money, you know what I'm saying, with Auto Club, and to give this kid a chance, and she's proven herself.
Brittany said your attitude at the top end was completely different this race than Gainesville. Did it feel different to see her get a win?
Because you want to get that first win out of the way, and we knew when she would.